talk about the selection, and Akash, I'll come straight to the point here. Ravi Bishnoi, quite surprising for me. It was quite surprising. What about the selection? First, second part of the question: how did Bishnoi go? Do you think his selection was justified?
Whatever we saw today, that usually happens when a team lacks experience, no matter what the department is, and that was the perfect example. Like Bhuvneshwar Kumar was the most experienced in this lot, and even whosoever is bowling for a team, he needs backing at one point in time. So that was lagging somewhere in this setup, in today's setup, and that's what I think that reflected in the 19th over in the 19th over, in which he gave away those 19 runs. If that could have been controlled, the result could have been different. But the pressure was mounting up. He was leaking extras and boundaries at the same time, and he had no options to in his favor. Like Arshdeep, he dropped the catch. If the score difference could have been, if the score difference was low, then it could have been managed. But as I said, it was too late by then. And as you mentioned, Bishnoi's selection, I think the Indian team took this decision after seeing Pakistan's game against Hong Kong. Like Shadab Khan picked up 4 wickets, the situation favored him. So somewhere or the other, I had this intuition, like today when Ravindra Jadeja is not there, and someone like Akshar Patel, who hasn't been that effective in the overseas condition, is available, then I thought that somewhere or the other, somewhere down the line, this team management will go for Ravi Bishnoi, and he did come into the setup. But the kind of bowling he did, it was decent. I won't call it very poor or very good. It's average for me, because after all, it's all about the experience he has. Definitely, he was playing his first game against Pakistan in his cricketing career that has recently started. So we cannot blame him for those. But yeah, if we see his economy rate, that was much better than even Bhuvneshwar and
That is
Hardik
true. Yeah,
Pandya.
that
So overall, he tried his best. He tried to, whenever there was he could control the runs, he went for it. But overall, if you see, the experience will matter if we rate his today's performance.
Yeah, experience always matters. I mean, but it was good to see. I mean, Ravi Bishnoi is somebody who's been looked at as somebody who have been earmarked to be in the Indian scheme of things for a long time. Aditya, the question to you would be on Bishnoi. Do you think it was the right selection call, in the sense the bowling combination? Playing two leggies. Chahal's more of a container. Bishnoi, of course, more of an attacking spinner. Both of them leggies, but different. But do you think in that selection matter, do two leggies playing the same game, it's okay, or you would have loved to see an off spinner? Look, let's be honest. Ravichandran Ashwin was there, and you could have used Ashwin as well. So just talk to me in terms of the bowling combination per se. You like this, and this probably is something that you see would happen in the World Cup as well.
Actually, the squad selection get wrong when the Asia Cup squad was announced. It was
Yeah.
wrong at that time only. We don't pick the right players, the right bowlers in the squad. With 3 pacers, we were already short of our strength. Then today, Ravi Bishnoi actually did well with the ball. He gave away 25, 26 runs in his 4 overs.
25 runs in 4
But
overs and got the wicket of Babar
took
Azam.
a crucial wicket of Babar Azam. But Ravi Ashwin would have been a better choice, I guess, because with the left-handed batsman Pakistan have in their lineup, Ravi Ashwin could have created an impact. But this team management, or this team, whatever you can say, they just go with their experimentational process, and they are just doing it in every game, which we clearly don't understand. Dinesh Karthik was there in the first game. He played in the second game. He didn't bat much, but now he was out just because India needed a left-hander in their top 6. And now when Jadeja was out of the team, then you just brought Deepak Hooda, because Deepak Hooda
Yeah,
was the
Deepak.
replacement for Ravindra Jadeja, na? Bishnoi
Right.
came in for Avesh Khan.
Avesh,
Khan.
yeah.
Then Deepak Hooda didn't bowl a single over. What was
That's
the
true,
need
that's
of
true.
having Deepak Hooda batting at number 7? Either play him at number 5 or number 6, above Rishabh Pant or above Hardik Pandya. There was no need of having Deepak Hooda at number 7. He is not a finisher anymore that he used to do in Punjab Kings.
That
We
is true.
just
That is true.
we in the last couple of years he's batting at number 3, number 4, and now you are just sending him at number 7. So the team selection was totally wrong today. That's the reason why Rohit Sharma and KL Rahul actually batted with a fearless approach, because they knew they had a very long batting lineup today. If one of them gets out, then there are many batters to back it up. But it was not
Valid
the day
point.
today. It was not the day
Yeah,
today that
valid.
all
Very
the
valid point
mid-orders.
that it was. Yeah. Of course, it was. Of course, I mean, India had a long batting lineup, and a score of 180 was decent enough. It's just a matter of not able to defend. Again, coming back to the point that it was a bit of less of an experienced bowling attack. Saikat, final comment from you. Again, I'll stick to the Bishnoi thing here. What do you make of this, Bishnoi? Playing ahead of an Ashwin, and do you think two leggies in that lineup looks good? Because India have had this, experimented this with Kuldeep and Chahal also in the squad. You had a Rahul Chahar as well at certain point. Do you think this is going to go to the World Cup? Is it basically experimentation or a well thought out ploy in a way, or are we thinking it as experiment which might not actually be?
No, I really don't think it's a long time arrangement. I think it's just a makeshift experiment. And obviously, experimentation is the key word here, because you had replaced Ravindra Jadeja with Ravi Bishnoi. And then who is the substitute for Avesh Khan? That should be a bowler, right? But then comes in Deepak Hooda. And as Aditya mentioned, Deepak Hooda didn't even bowl a single over. So this is really above my head. And obviously, coming back to Ravi Bishnoi, bowled really well, bowled that 5th over in the power play, then bowled that 18th over, and 26, it should have been 26 for 2 had that catch been taken. So, as far as you ask me, Ravi Bishnoi experiment was good, but this whole team selection for this match was pretty baffling, because that is where you made the biggest blunder, that you substituted a bowler with Deepak Hooda, and that is where you went one bowler short. And that's at the end of the day proved to be detrimental for the Indian team. I don't think it's a long-time decision. It's just a makeshift experiment, and let's hold on to our hearts, because we don't know what's going to happen against Sri Lanka. Who's going to come in and who's going to come out?
That is true. And in a way, look, benefit of the doubt again to India here. Couple of them are forced changes in a way. I mean, they had to. Rohit Sharma did mention that they had to really sit and understand what the opposition is and how they can fit in all the players. India did go, a bit short in terms of selection as well. I always come back to that Deepak Chahar point, that why the hell is he in the standbys? He should be in the main squad, and Akshar Patel would not have been picked because he was also coming in as a standby. So yeah, India did go in short with the selection.